Hello and welcome to Questionable Survival. As I play, I will be answering questions that you, the audience, have sent in to me. If you want to get involved and potentially have a question featured in an episode, then fill out the Google form linked in the description. But now, let's start with our first question. Hi, I've followed your channel for some time now, and one of the primary reasons that I chose to subscribe and stick around is the quality of the videos that are published each time. Oh, thank you. In your opinion, what do you think is an editing technique, well known or underutilized, that really makes the difference for an aspiring video creator? I'm looking forward to publishing some of my memories that I've had in the past with my friends, and I wanted to be able to share those limited yet wonderful periods of my life with others. Well, first of all, thanks for sticking around. Even with the long hiatus, I appreciate it. And that's awesome that you're aspiring to make videos and capture these memories. That sounds like a really worthwhile project that you'll get a lot out of. In answer to your question, I would say, in my experience, rather than focusing on any particular editing technique, something to focus on whilst editing is doing things that are going to enhance the story that you're creating in the video. For example, in these videos, I want the audience to feel relaxed and chilled out, so my pacing between cuts is relatively slow, and I've picked background music that feels calm and ambient, so hopefully those creative choices will help create the vibe that I'm going for, and that really is the key to a good video, in my opinion. Have a goal in mind for what you're trying to do, and edit with that in mind. Maybe in your case, you're wanting to create a bit of a nostalgic vibe with these videos of good times with friends, and music and pacing's going to help loads with that. So be prepared to put some time into the edits, trust your gut, and I'm sure you'll be happy with the results. The best thing you can do is just get started and find your way through it. I wish you all the best with that. Do you plan on making a variety of different Minecraft challenge videos? For example, a hot sauce challenge whilst playing Minecraft? Yes, I mean, not specifically the hot sauce one that you mentioned, but maybe that could work. I do want to incorporate more in real life stuff into the videos I make for this channel though, and I've been working on building up a list of ideas that fit that sort of framework. I don't want to give too much away, but I do have one in mind for the not too distant future that I'm really excited for, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. But in short, yes, there is going to be more of the in real life, more of the challenge based stuff mixed into the channel for sure. When are you doing another Nether Portal tutorial? I don't really have any plans for making more tutorials in general, to be honest, and I've already got 2 Nether Portal tutorials, so I don't know that another one is really needed. But that said, I would quite like to focus a bit more on building and transforming the environment in the game to look different, that sort of thing, leaning more towards focusing on the aesthetics of the game as opposed to the technical side of things. And maybe with that I could make some videos that would be, I guess, tutorial like. Maybe a video on several cool different Nether Portal builds could be good. I guess we'll see. What is your favourite biome in Minecraft and the real world? You know, in the real world, I love the mountains. I love hiking in vast, beautiful, rugged, natural environments, and I always find the scale of even a small mountain in real life is something that's just a little bit awe-inspiring, just inherently. And I don't think I'm ever going to get bored of the incredible views that you get on a clear day from the top. It's just amazing. But in-game, I'd say it's a different story. I think that the mountain biomes in Minecraft look very cool, but to be honest, I get annoyed by the powdered snow. And I know you can switch to leather boots and problem solved, but that whole game mechanic of sinking into the ground constantly just puts me off that biome a little bit, if I'm honest. Maybe I'm being silly. I perhaps need to get over that, I don't know. But I'd say my favourite biome in-game is probably the taiga biome, which is maybe a little bit weird, but I just love the log cabin vibe. And I like spruce as a wood as well, so it kind of fits me pretty well. Maybe a close second is the shattered savannah, because you get that big sense of scale with the cliffs, and it doesn't rain there, which is awesome. Rain in Minecraft is mildly depressing. Hi, I've recently travelled abroad to pursue a higher level of education. I haven't found myself to be troubled by any of the workload just yet. However, I do find myself feeling lonesome or empty from time to time. This could be due to the fact that I still choose my old group of friends rather than branching out and making new friends here, I still choose to spend the majority of my time with my friends back in my hometown. I guess you could say that I'm asking for a second opinion whether this is the right path to take. Thanks for reading all that. Well, you're welcome. And, that's a tough question. It's hard for me to comment, really, because without knowing you well, I'm not really in a position to say whether this is a good path for you or not. But what I would say is don't make the mistake of thinking that there's anything unnatural about how you're feeling right now. I'm assuming if you're studying abroad that this is your first time living on your own, or at least not with your immediate family. You're also in an unfamiliar country, probably with a totally different language and culture. And if you've just started your course, you probably know very few or even none of the people around you. So it's totally normal to feel a bit lonely or out of place in that situation. And it's also normal to want to keep in touch with your old friendship group. In fact, that's probably a good thing because it's going to help you stay sane, having people you're familiar with when your workload starts getting heavier. So don't worry about any of that. If it takes some time to adjust, it's not something to be concerned about, I don't think. There's a lot of new things you're dealing with all at once, and you're not going to adapt to it all overnight. But also, you said it yourself, it probably would be good to try and branch out and make new friends where you are. Maybe see if you can arrange to study together with someone in your class or something like that. At the end of the day, you'll probably be there on and off for at least a few years if you're doing a degree, so do what you can to make the most of that time, I'd say. This experience will most likely be what you make of it, so even if that means pushing outside of your comfort zone a bit, try to be as proactive as you can about embracing life in this new place. Be patient with the progress, and who knows, it could be the best thing you ever did. So don't write it off just yet, I'd say. I hope that's helpful. Next question. What's the best period of your life? I'm not sure if you mean in general or me personally, but I'll answer from both perspectives just so I've covered all bases. So I'm 31. I've still got a lot of life left to live. I've got a lot to learn, a lot of experiences that I've not had yet. But from what I can tell, different people always give different answers to that question. Some people who are midlife talk about how amazing their 20s were. Kids often talk about how they can't wait until they're all grown up. And most people find the teenage years somewhat awkward. But I think life at any point feels like it's at its best when you're actually in a state of progress moving forwards. Something I've noticed is that people that are always talking about how the good old days were the best and things aren't like that anymore, those people are usually stuck in some sort of rut. Maybe not in every aspect of their life, but generally they're looking back fondly on a time when they were doing more. So I don't think it's specific to what part of life you're in. There's something good to enjoy about every phase of life. It's just all different, right? If you stay present and if you keep yourself busy and heading in a good direction specific to where you are, then I think that's what counts. I'm personally happier in this current phase of my life than I've ever been, really, but I'm also busier than I've ever been. I've got more responsibilities and yeah, it's tiring sometimes, but it's fulfilling. Having things to work for, being able to see the progress you're making, being able to give back and provide for other people, I think that's what makes life best as opposed to a specific window of time. Last question. Are you enjoying yourself right now? P.S. Big love from Thailand. Oh, thank you. I am enjoying myself, especially in terms of my creative work, I think, which wasn't the case not all that long ago, to be honest. I was in a bit of a state of just, I guess, burnout. But it feels good right now. It's nice to just be focusing on making videos that I'm happy with and that I am proud of rather than creating things for an algorithm. Realistically, I do think that that's a game you have to play a little bit sometimes if you want to see a channel grow, but ultimately I don't think it should be the number one focus. That's why you see YouTubers burning out all the time. How many videos have you seen come up in your recommended lately about different people burning out or needing to take a break? And I think what happens is you can slip into a trap of just doing too much and chasing virality and popularity. And I get it, because for a lot of these people, it's their livelihood and they need it to be popular for it to work. But I just think long term, it's the wrong thing to pursue. So personally, I'm trying not to think too much about it and instead just enjoy the process of making videos. And I'm getting so much more out of it as a result of doing that and taking that approach. I might not get as many views this way, but that's okay. I've already got a job. And I want for this to be something enjoyable, not an added stress when I've already got enough on my plate. So yeah, things are good right now, and I want to keep them that way. If you've got a question that you'd like to ask for the next episode, then fill out the Google form in the description, and I'll see you then. Thank you for watching.